Hey again, welcome to my channel for Evolved Humans. I'm Ms. Day. So this reading is actually more personal than just about an awakening. This is definitely somebody's kind of life path here. So I feel like the message going forward is really, really positive. But the past and your recent experience, I just feel like I'm talking to someone who's experienced. First of all, it's like early in your life, early in your adulthood, it's like you went through a period of time of being content, thinking you were okay, is what I'm feeling. It's like I feel like you thought you were fine. You thought things were fine, you know? And in reality, because I feel like you're somebody with like a huge potential, huge creative potential underneath. And I think that and I feel like you have a connection to nature. Like I feel like you feel peace in nature. That sounds really cliche, but that's what I'm feeling. I feel like that gives you a calm that you need, that it's a constant need. Like you've never gone without that. So I feel like there was a period of time earlier in your adulthood where you were content, and then you got kind of awakened. I feel like something really woke you up, stirred your attention, and then I think that you started opening up the floodgates. Like I feel like you started to sort through the inner wounds one by one. And I feel like in that period of time, it's like I can feel like somebody was self-medicating, and I don't know that doesn't mean a substance. Like I'm saying self-medicating, it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm saying self-medicating in a behavior type of way, like in a way that you were seeking validation for yourself, and it's almost like you didn't know how much value you had. You went through the wounds and the inner work, and it's like you were willing and accountable for doing that. I feel like you took responsibility for healing inside, because I think you saw ways that you were not connecting. I'm goosebumpy. So I do think that this is something that you've experienced. I think that you've really evolved and transitioned. And I think that that's what like your guides are wanting you to see. All right, so going forward, I feel like you were strong. You are so strong, and that was a really hard thing that you did. That's like the message, is that you have so much strength that when you were self-medicating yourself and like just kind of almost like being what you thought people wanted. That's how I mean self-medicating. How strange is that? I feel like when you were doing that, it was because you actually lost a lot of, like, you didn't feel as worthy as you actually are. And now I know you've gone through a lot of growth with that, because it's like going forward, I think that you grew into and matured into a new level. And this is where there's a past relationship, and I don't know how far back. I feel like 2 to 5 years is like when this little period of time I'm sensing has happened, because it leads up to now. And these are things that are really like intricate in your next move. So I feel like you were with someone who was not on your level of maturity, and that was a part of the self-medicating, is you didn't think that you were viewing yourself without value. And I feel like you gravitated towards a certain level. And I'm not talking bad about them. Like, I'm not trying to say negative about like this person. I don't know. I just know that I think that you had matured to a certain level that they hadn't hit yet. I think that to this point they may not have had that still. So I think that when you were awakened and you started going through, like, after you got out of that sort of hurdle, and you've healed a lot of your wounds, I think that you were awakened to remembering experiencing physical positives, physical joy again. Like I don't know if you let go of certain things so you could literally breathe better. But going forward, I feel like This person that was not on your level kind of, I think they grew. They've grown. They definitely stepped into new roles, but I feel like what happened in the past, whoever I'm talking to, I think that you had to step away from someone and I feel like because of what happened there, you don't trust your judgment. I don't know why. That's like with a message that I feel like I'm getting. So now this feels kind of dark. I know that. It feels kind of heavy, but I think that the message that's coming through is you need to allow good in for yourself. That's your new hurdle. Is not just recognizing what you accepted for yourself before and that it wasn't quite to the degree that you really deserved at the time, but going forward, I think that you need to allow yourself to give yourself credit and let yourself accept and receive good things, because right now, like, this is a motion moment for all of us. I think that you need to unlock your fear of misjudging someone, miss like perceiving the wrong way, or like not trusting your own intuition. I feel like you need to be told, like, that the message that I'm feeling is you need to trust your judgment and you need to receive. Start thinking like, okay, the next wound, it's a bigger one. It's not so many, it only gets deeper as you go along in the healing process. So your next move is to recognize that you have done the work. So now this deeper one, it's like a deeper one where you have to start to allow yourself to receive better, because it's coming at you. I think that I think very near future, like, you're going to have more opportunities because you're opened to them. So now I feel like the messages that I just keep feeling is receive it. Like, receive what's coming in, because you are valued. You are valued walking forward, and you need to receive the opportunities that are going to start coming towards you, because that's going to make you believe it. It's crazy because I feel like you already believe, like, in the heightened senses and everything, but I feel like there's this like kind of heavy feeling, and that's what this is about. This is like a collective message where there's too much locked up, and it's not as devastating as you feel like it is. Like, it's gonna take, receiving a high level is gonna help you clear that out. That's all. You just have to fill that space now, and it's coming. So let yourself breathe that through and let it be emotional when you do it. Okay. So I'm going to end it at that for now, and then I'm going to come back on and do some other readings. I know this one was a little heavy, but I feel like it was like really intense, and I needed to share that because whoever that is for, whether it happens tonight or at any point in the future, I feel like the video coming into your feed, if you get through it and you feel like it applies to you, let yourself receive it and let yourself take that message, because this is like a need. You are able to fill that need. I feel like that's what the universe is like saying. It's like they're saying, we're gonna make it feel right. It's gonna feel good. Don't be scared. Don't wall out what you deserve just because you didn't used to know you deserved it. It's time now. Make your next move receiving that good, because you deserve. I feel like they want to give to you before you're going to give out. Like, I feel like they want you to feel what it is that you actually are, like what they actually see you as. This is going to sound silly, but when you see yourself the way they see you, it's like, I feel like it's going to fill you up in a way that's going to let you kind of release that feeling that feels gaping and open. And so the silly thing is, it's like, I don't know if you've heard of the movie The Prince of Egypt. This is just there's a song in it, and it says to look at yourself through heaven's eyes. And I feel like that's what they actually are actively saying. Borrow my perspective. Like, ask me how I see you. That's what they want you to ask. So if you're awakened to your senses and you get this message, or you do tarot cards, or you like read energies, or if you're just heightened in your senses and you're not sure what the messages are, this is for you. They want you to receive what it is they want to show you. They want you to feel like how they are viewing you. Because when you feel that, you're open to that level. You need to let it come in. And that's going to be a new experience for you. But it's going to balance you out. I feel like you're worried about opening the hole and letting it in because of that not trusting your judgment. So that's where they're like, trust us then. Trust our judgment. So I'm going to leave it at that for real this time. Thank you so much for watching the video, if you are watching, because I'm really asking for messages that can help people in the moments that you need them the most. And definitely subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to continue posting readings, and I know they don't all apply to all of you, but collectively I feel like the messages are coming in like a broad spectrum for people who are awakening. So that's why I really feel like it's important to not lose sight of the fact that you've come a long way. And that was the first thing I sensed, was like, oh wow, just kind of baffled at how much you've walked through, and you've actually done it not as a victim. So it's pretty special to sense that level of human. Okay, so have a good rest of your night, and okay, bye.